Fear is often one of the biggest factors holding us back in our lives. A lot of the time we know what we need to do, we just don't have the courage to actually go out and do it. Fear often leaves us paralyzed and missing out on our true potential. Just think about every opportunity you could have taken if fear wasn't a factor. The good thing is, fear is really easy to overcome once you realize it's all in your head and there's actually nothing at stake. In this video, I'm going to be sharing multiple strategies to overcome this fear and start living your life to its full potential. If you're new here, my name's Tom and I'm an engineering student on self-improvement while sharing everything I learned along the way with you guys. So let's get into it. So the first thing you have to do is actually identify the fear that is holding you back. This could be fear of failure. So say if you wanted to start that business but are just too worried about everything going wrong. This could be fear of judgment. So you might want to start your own YouTube channel or improve your social media presence but are just worried about what other people may think of you. Or it could be fear of rejection. Say if you wanted to ask that person out in the gym but you just don't have the courage to go up and talk to them. Whatever it may be, just ask yourself, what am I actually afraid of? Simply identifying this can alleviate a lot of the fear as you actually know what you're fighting. So now you know the fear that you're struggling with. What are the methods that you can implement to start alleviating this today? The first thing you gotta think about is that you're going to die. Yes, that might be quite dark and morbid to think about if you're only scared of starting a business, but having this newfound perspective can really help you in alleviating your fear. Coming to terms with your own morality is actually one of the best motivators and perspective shifts that I think you'll ever get in your life. Now, what this perspective shift really does is actually put your desires and emotions to the forefront of your mind. When you come to terms with this, you realize that you deserve to live the life the way you actually want to, not how other people want you to live. Then suddenly everything becomes easier. You start that business because you realize that you don't want to live a normal 9 to 5 where you're working towards someone else's dream, and that you realize and that failure is a part of life, as getting rejected and failing is only a temporary thing and that life moves on so quickly. Thinking about your mortality can be a great motivator, but you don't want to be doing it 24/7 for the sake of your own mental health. So this is where the 10-10-10 rule comes in. So next time you feel paralyzed with fear, you have to ask yourself, will this matter in 10 minutes? Will this matter in 10 weeks? And then will this matter in 10 years? For example, let's say you want to start a YouTube channel. This was something that I was scared and nervous about for a really long time, just for what people think and how people might perceive me because of doing this. In 10 minutes, I might think that, oh, what if people don't like my video? Or what if they think that I'm different by starting a YouTube channel? I then realized 10 weeks in, as I am now from starting my YouTube channel, was that people come to terms with things a lot quicker than you may think. And obviously it's something different to what normal people may do. But once I've talked and joked about my YouTube channel, it now just becomes a normal thing that this is just something I'm working towards. And then I think about the potential in 10 years. One of these videos could go viral, something else could come of it, but also the consistency I should have over that time frame means that the potential for growth for all of this could be unlimited. And that's a really nice thought to think that I might be nervous and scared of posting these things now, but in the long run, I probably won't even remember this day or how I felt, but this could take my life down a completely different route. Who knows? And just like that, you've taken that one moment where you feel this fear from your situation and putting that larger time frame on this situation right now makes you think on how really puts perspective on the situation and can help you have the courage to do what you actually want to achieve. The next strategy is known as the spotlight effect. Now, as humans, it's ingrained in us to think that we're the center of the universe and that the world revolves around us and that everything we do is being watched by everyone all the time, like there's a spotlight on us. But what the good thing is here is that everyone is also thinking exactly the same as you. Imagine you're talking to your friends and mid-conversation, your voice breaks. You feel embarrassed and can't stop thinking about it for the rest of the night, feeling that everyone is talking about it, watching you and making fun of the entire situation. But what you don't realize is literally 10 minutes later, half your mates have already forgotten they even happened. Someone else had spilled a drink down their shirt and now thinks that everyone's staring at them thinking the exact same as you. And one of your other mates has been so self-conscious of his new haircut the entire time he's been here, he didn't even notice. Now, the point I'm trying to make here is that everyone is constantly in their own little bubble and oftentimes are so obsessed with themselves and what they're doing and thinking that everyone is watching and caring about every move that they make, that they actually have no time to think about you. Simply put, no one cares, and that's a good thing. Once you understand this is actually quite freeing. As similar to the tens rule, you realize that as time passes, people will completely forget about the fear that you have currently. People are so focused on their own fears and insecurities that they don't have any time to focus on yours, and that's a really comforting thing. As in actual fact, no one will actually care what happens if you do or don't, but it could completely change your life. Now, the next strategy you can use is simply that you just have to start. The hardest part of most projects, businesses, or relationships is simply just starting. This again is going to be another mindset shift where you have to think that I didn't have to be perfect for a very, very long time. No one expects you to have it all figured out, especially at the beginning. So all that matters is making a start. Again, take YouTube for example. No one expects their first 1 million subs in the first month of starting. So once you get over that initial fear by using no one cares, 10-10-10 or mortality techniques, the mindset that will keep you going is that you might be awful at the start, but that's okay. Everyone will be the same. But as long as you keep up that consistency and perspective, anything is possible. I mean, Steven Spielberg got rejected from film school 3 times. Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. And Sylvester Stallone got rejected thousands of times when he was pitching his film Rocky. None of these people were perfect from the start, and no one ever will be. But they kept going and really made an impactful change in their lives. But what's important here is that they kept going and now live the lives that they dreamed of simply because they didn't let fear, rejection, or obstacles get in their way. And you can do exactly the same. I hope you found all this information useful to banish fear from your life completely. And if you wanted more personalized support and guidance, make sure you check out the first link in the description to have a look at my private community and coaching. And as always, love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.